Hi, Nate Roston here with New Tech Machinery, and in today's video we're going to go over how to adjust the tab links when you have an SSQ2 with notching capabilities. You'll know that if your SSQ2 has notching capabilities, you'll have the notching cartridge incorporated into the entry guide. And you'll see here, this has the left cartridge on the left side and of course the right cartridge on the right side. And if you want to know more detail about the notching program, check out our video that shows exactly how the notching system works. When running a panel machine that has notching capabilities, sometimes you'll have an issue where the tab links have come uneven. And you'll notice that in this particular panel, we've got 1.5 inch on one side and then 1/2 inch on the other side. And we'll show you how to adjust that here today. As always, when operating your panel machine, we want to make sure that we have all the safety covers in place, especially the shear cover. So to fix the problem with the uneven tab links, one of the things we have to do is go into the calibration screen, and within that screen you'll see the machine link calibration, which will help us fix the problem. Start the machine up. And when you go to calibration, there's a startup bar that machine has to be running. And you also have to make sure you read this information before you go into any calibration part of the machine. So we'll hit calibrate here, and then you'll see the machine link calibration. Once you complete the machine sequence, you'll have a long machine link part, and then you have a short 10-inch part. And basically, we're just gonna measure the trailing end of the long part, which is 1 5/16, and then the leading end of the short part, which is the 11/16. One thing that's important to know is that this is the beginning to try to get your tab length correct, but you can also do this on the fly. So in other words, you're running panels out and you want to run a few pieces, of course, so that you get an even batch. But if they're just off a little bit, you can go back into this sequence, type it in, and it'll just correct that little incremental changes that you need to keep the panels running correctly. So we'll hit calibrate here, and then you'll see the machine link calibration. First thing you want to do is, if you remember when we measured out the long part, that length was long, it was 1 inch and 5/16. And so that left us 11/16 for the other end. So the short panel, all right, and if we look at that, you can see the long part was 1 5/16, the short part was 11/16. And then we'll hit calibrate machine length. We'll acknowledge, and it'll change your machine length to the proper length. Once you've completed the machine sequence and you start to run new panels out, you'll go ahead and take a measurement, and as you can see, we've got a 1-inch tab on the leading end and a 1-inch tab on the trailing end on the male side, and you also have a 1-inch tab on the trailing end and 1-inch tab on the leading end on the female side. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact our service department. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.